We welcome you back to Dobson High School. We apologize for our technical difficulties here inside the broadcast booth. Unfortunately, we had an issue with our internet here on site, so we're on a hotspot now. We're ready to go. We welcome you back with 2 minutes and 34 seconds remaining here in our third quarter. The Mustangs on top by the score of 25-14. James Poovey coming to you alongside my partner, Ed Cole. Ed, we're back up and running here finally, my friend, after a little bit of a delay.
Yeah, let's update the ladies and gentlemen. Makai Stuber had a touchdown run, put the Mustangs up 16-14. They got a two-point conversion by Andrew Goodenough. That put them up 18-14. And then just a few minutes ago, Andre Palmer caught a touchdown pass from Jordan Legg, put them up 24-14. The extra point gives it a 25-14 advantage with 2:34 left to go. Really good third quarter as the Mustangs bounce back from the really good start that the Badgers had to the third quarter. They are finishing up the third quarter with a really good run of their own.
They are indeed. Thank you for updating the viewing audience on the progression of the game there. Once again, folks, sorry we missed a few minutes of action here, but we are back and ready to roll here on the Epic Sports Network on YouTube. Fourth down play now for Tucson. They're going to punt it away to the Dobson Mustangs. Fair catch is called. It hits off a Mustang, and it is covered there at the 35-yard line. That is number 19 right there, Francisco Contreras, doing a great job of pouncing on that football and getting that recovered. That was a close play right there by Dobson.
Yes.
An 11-point ball game here. Points at a premium here in this third quarter and going into our fourth. So glad you joined us here on the Epic Sports Network. 2 minutes and 17 seconds remaining here in our third quarter.
So Tucson's up with an 11-point advantage right here. For them, of course, it'd be obviously Captain Obvious reporting here if they can drive down here with 2 minutes and 17 seconds left, or at least put a good drive to go into the fourth quarter. And if they can culminate that, James, with another scoring drive, that'll bode them really well as they get into the last 12 minutes.
Number 10 now on the carry for Dobson. He's finally brought down there by number 5, Daniel Cordova. And that was number 10 on the tote, Jay Sean Kinney. We have an injured player on the field, so we'll step aside and take that short timeout. You're watching Thursday Night Football here on the Epic Sports Network. Stay with us. We'll come right back to Dobson High School in Mesa right after this.
What up, Pit Boss Nation? I am Patrick Peterson. I am a father of 2. I am married, play professional football, very fun, outgoing guy. My daughter loved for me to cook ribs and steak. Me, honestly, I like the vertical because I'm able to put more things in there. I can get some ribs in there, I can get a pork butt in there, I can get some chicken in there. You know, I love everything about my vertical, man. How you can just adjust the temperature at ease, how the pellet is easy. Just a very, very cool grill.
Taylor's Pools. You can trust Taylor to take great care of your pool and ensure your complete satisfaction. From weekly cleanings to one-time cleanings, from pool draining to pool refilling, he does it all. Green to clear transformations, repairs, and new equipment installations. Trust your pool to Taylor's Pools. Call 623-200-2788. That's 623-200-2788. Taylor's Pools, a proud partner of Thursday Night Football. We welcome you back to Dobson High School here in Mesa. 25-14 our score. The Mustangs on top of the Tucson Badgers. The injured player for Tucson was number 44. He has just now made his way off the field. Second down and 8 now upcoming here for the Mustangs. Jordan Legg back to pass, fires far side. It's nearly complete. The intended target, number 20, Andrew Goodenough. It looks like he just tried to turn upfield a little bit too quickly on that one right there, Ed.
Usually you would like to secure the football before you turn upfield. I know number 20, he was like, Andrew Goodenough was like, I'm ready to go upfield, but you've got to secure the football first before you turn upfield. That's the main objective of a football game, is to secure the football and drive down the field with it instead of you running down the field without the football.
Precisely. Third down and long now upcoming here for the Dobson Mustangs. Possession play here for Coach Gotzel. 2-by-2 on the outside now for Jordan Legg. They send Goodenough in motion. They give it on the backside play right there. Jay-Sean Kinney off to the races, 40, 35, 30. And Cordova over there on defense trying to rip that football out for the Tucson Badgers. But how about number 10, Jay-Sean Kinney?
Jay-Sean Kinney, he started off really strong in the first half. Then they traded off to Mekhi Stuber. Of course, he just had a touchdown run. But it's number 10 and number 5. It's that two-headed monster at the running back position for Dobson, which is really affecting the Tucson defense right now. The Badgers, boy, they don't really know what to do to stop number 10 and number 5. Those guys are just making it happen from a running standpoint.
They are indeed. Now Dobson moving the football down the field. First down and 10 now from the 20. A little sidestep for number 1, Alan Wallace. He nearly got by the defender, but a great job of closing in on the defense there for Tucson, leading the charge that time. Number 21 nearly looks like he came up with the football there for the Badgers.
Yeah, it was close. Number 21, 25, and 50 were both in there.
Thanks again for joining us here, folks. If you have some folks that are trying to watch the game still and not able to get to that second link, go ahead and send that over to them. We apologize for our technical difficulties here inside the booth, but we are back up and running. 2nd and 11 now for Dobson after a loss of 1 on the play there. Play fake, leg over the middle, and it's nearly caught by number 12, Andre Palmer, but the ball hit the turf just before he was able to haul it in.
Oh,
that was close.
that was very close to being intercepted. Well, James, we're about 42.4 seconds away from the fourth quarter. You know what that means? That means that you have to get on Twitter, James, and you have to put a tweet together for the Pit Boss Grills Game MVP. We have to figure out our 2 guys per team. But James, folks, is working feverishly to get a social media post up so you can vote on the Pit Boss Grills Game MVP come fourth quarter.
The feverish part is for sure, Ed. Dobson now leg goes far side with it, rolls out, throws towards the end zone. He's got a man, but too much air underneath the football. The intended target looked to be number 8, Xavier Fields, the senior, but unfortunately for Jordan Legg and the Mustangs, too much air underneath that one.
Yeah, too much air and too many Badgers back there to defend Xavier Fields, actually. So that was good coverage for the defensive backs to sit back there to affect the completion from number 2 to number 8. Yeah, number 9 was back there in coverage. Great coverage back there. He stayed right in front of Xavier Fields. He shielded Fields away from the football, and he jumped when Fields jumped. Just great coverage right there by number 9.
Fantastic job there on the back end for Tucson. Fumbled snap. He's going to throw it down the field. Trying to find a receiver was Jordan Legg. He had Andrew Goodenough in the vicinity, but unfortunately, once again, too much air into that one. That was a busted play there for the Dobson Mustangs.
Yeah, even though they're up 11, James, it would have been nice for them to go up 14 if they would have hit that field goal. But, yeah, it's just those opportunities. It's always just errant things that go wrong that make a head coach just kind of shake his head and want to pull his hair out. And Jordan Legg, who was going to attempt that field goal attempt, I'm sure he was just like, can we please get another chance at this? It's just these little minor errors that blow up into bigger things.
That's right. So now Tucson will take over at their own 20-yard line. They trail the Dobson Mustangs by the score of 25-14. Jordan Legg and Mekhi Stuber.
Really good football players, right?
Absolutely. Definitely candidates for tonight's Pit Boss Game MVP. We'll also have 2 candidates from the Tucson side as well. 24.5 seconds remaining here in our third quarter. Folks, make sure and get on Twitter. Follow us at Epic Sports AZ so you can vote for that Pit Boss Game MVP. The winner of tonight's Game MVP will join us here in the press box after the conclusion of tonight's contest. So get online, folks. I'm putting that poll together right now. Off to the races with the football crossing the 50-yard line there for the Tucson Badgers. That was number 25, and how about the wheels on that guy right there?
Great completion from Newman to number 25. Got him out there in the flat, and number 25 took it upon himself to do the rest as he was able to get down the field and continue to keep the ball moving as they are now in Mustangs territory at the 49-yard line.
So once again, folks, get on Twitter. Follow us at Epic Sports AZ. Vote for your Pit Boss Grills Game MVP. We've got a couple candidates from each team. So both teams well represented here tonight, and both of them with the opportunity to have the Pit Boss Grills game MVP. And that horn signifies the end of our third quarter. Our score, after 3 quarters of play here at Dobson High School, the Mustangs on top of the Badgers, 25-14. Stay with us. Make sure and go on Twitter right now. Follow us at Epic Sports AZ, and you can vote for tonight's Pit Boss Grills game MVP. That poll will be up for the next 15 minutes. Get on there. We're going to step aside, take a short commercial break, and we will come right back here to Dobson High School in Mesa right after this. Get on there and vote.
What up, Pit Boss Nation? I am Patrick Peterson. I am a father of 2. I am married, play professional football, very fun, outgoing guy. My daughter loved for me to cook ribs and steak. Me, honestly, I like the vertical because I'm able to put more things in there. I can get some ribs in there, I can get a pork butt in there, I can get some chicken in there. You know, I love everything about my vertical, man. How you can just adjust the temperature at ease, how the pellet is easy. Just a very, very cool grill.
We welcome you back to live action. Tucson firing down the football field. That one is complete to number 4 on the reception there for the Badgers. And that was a beautiful throw right there, from number 10, Devin Newman.
Yeah, great throw from number 10 to number 4, driving them down the field. They're down 11 points with under 12 minutes to go. This is one of these few opportunities you're going to get in the fourth quarter. So Tucson has to take full advantage of this, punch it in the end zone, and make it a shorter score as far as the deficit is what they have.
After this play right here, Ed, a scramble and then a decleater on the far side over there by Dobson's defense. Leading the charge that time was number 10 for the Mustangs. That was Jay Sean Kinney. He was laying the wood right there. 24 tackles and more here on the season for Kinney.
Ladies and gentlemen, get on Epic Sports AZ and vote for the Pit Boss Grills game MVP right now. The 4 young men we have up is Makai Stuber, running back for Dobson, Jordan Legg, quarterback for Dobson, Devin Newman, quarterback for Tucson, and Daniel Cordova, wide receiver / free safety for the Tucson High Magnet School Badgers. So get on Epic Sports AZ. About 13 minutes left. Get your votes in for any one of those 4 young men for the Pit Boss Grills game MVP. Back to you, James.
Good stuff right there. You see number 14 plunging his way ahead right there for the Tucson Badgers. Gains a couple yards on the play. That's going to bring up a 3rd and short now here for Tucson.
Needless to say, this is a massive 3rd down. If they want to continue to stay in this game, they've got to convert this 3rd down, continue to keep this drive going, and eventually punch it into the end zone. Down 11 points, you've got to be able to get some scores, get a score right here, make it a little bit of a shorter deficit, hopefully get something on defense, get the ball back and see what you can do on a potential future possession.
3rd and short here for Tucson. They hand it off, and number 55 knifes his way through on defense and makes the stop in the backfield. That's the senior, 5'10", 175-pound Corey Wilson. What a play right there.
Yes, sir. 5'10", 175-pound Corey Wilson just knifing through there and making that stop right there. Just great defense right there when they need it most to make that stop on 3rd down.
Absolutely fantastic job there for Dobson's defense. Timeout on the field called by the Tucson Badgers. We'll step aside and take that short timeout with them. You're watching the Epic Sports Network here on YouTube. Stay with us. We'll be right back for more action coming your way next.
What up, Pit Boss Nation? I am Patrick Peterson. I am a father of 2. I am married, play professional football, very fun, outgoing guy. My daughter loved for me to cook ribs and steak. Me, honestly, I like the vertical because I'm able to put more things in there. I can get some ribs in there, I can get a pork butt in there, I can get some chicken in there. You know, I love everything about my vertical, man. How you can just adjust the temperature at ease, how the pellet is easy. Just a very, very cool grill.
Welcome back to Dobson High School. 25-14 our score here in our fourth quarter. Thursday Night Football on the air here on the Epic Sports Network, and that was an epic sack right there for number 48, Holden Walker. That's the first time we called his name here tonight. This guy is another dude for Coach Gotzel. 34 tackles on the year, 3 TFLs make it 4, and now 4 sacks on the season for number 48, Holden Walker.
Huge play for Walker, number 48, to get to Devin Newman. We know how elusive and how hard it is to bring him down, but it was imperative that number 48 get to him, and that's exactly what he did. He stopped at nothing to get to number 10 because he saw what number 10 did in the beginning of the third quarter. He knows how dangerous he is, so that was a great play by Walker to bring him down.
Get online and vote. Follow us on Twitter at Epic Sports AZ. Vote for the Pit Boss Grills Game MVP. You've got 10 minutes. There's 2 candidates for Tucson and 2 candidates for the Dobson Mustangs. Makai Stuber, Jordan Legg for Dobson, and Devin Newman and Daniel Cordova for Tucson. Get on and vote. 10 minutes to go. 1st and 10 now for the Mustangs. Jordan Legg rolls out, fires. It's coming near side. He's got a man and high pointing the football, going up and pulling it out of the Mesa night sky, number 12, Andre Palmer.
Another fantastic catch for Andre Palmer to just jump up there, sky in the air, and again with those buttery soft hands, just bring that football in. What a great athletic effort, great one-on-one effort to go up against the defensive back and still bring that catch in.
Watch the replay right there, Ed. An unbelievable job there. Pitch and catch from Jordan Legg. Here comes Makai Stuber now running with power across the 40-yard line. He's finally ran into by number 4 from Tucson, but a beautiful head of steam right there from Makai Stuber.
James, the cinematography tonight is, it's epic. It's Emmy Award-winning cinematography.
It absolutely is. Have a great job there by our camera operator this evening, Mr. Joey Mascaro, doing a great job there, rocking the Tim Tebow New York Jets jersey.
Nice.
Unbelievable job. 2nd and short now, or 2nd and 5 now for Dobson. Jordan Legg hands it off to number 1, Alan Wallace. He barely gets it into the belly before number 56 comes up there and thwarts the attempt from Dobson. A great defensive play right there for Tucson.
That's what you do for Tucson. Coming off a big play, your defense gets burned for a big play. You have to come back in kind, James, on the very next play or next series of plays. You've got to come back and play even better defense. Shake that play off. It's amnesia. You got to be able to forget about that and move on to the next play.
A loss of 2 on the play. 3rd down and 7 now for Jordan Legg. He goes right over the middle. It's caught at the 25-yard line, fighting off a tackler and picking up 5 more yards after the catch. Number 12, Andre Palmer. He is coming through here in this 4th and final quarter.
Man, the hands he has, his ability to just extend those arms out and catch that football and just grasp it. It's just the strength that he has for a guy 6'3", 205, the senior. As we look at the replay right here, great throw, great pitch and catch. Nearly intercepted, but still a great catch by Palmer.
Unbelievable job by Palmer. 1st down and 10 now for the Mustangs. Confusion in the backfield right there, at least on the defensive side of the football for Tucson, but no confusion for Dobson. They run it ahead to number 20, Andrew Goodenough. A little inside counter right there in the backfield. A gain of 4 on the play. 2nd down and 6 now upcoming for Dobson. 8:35 and counting here in our 4th quarter. Don't forget, get on Twitter, vote for that Pit Boss Grills Game MVP. You got about 5 minutes or so, I'd say, left to vote. There's some power running on display right there. That is number 5, Makai Stuber, one of our Pit Boss Grills Game MVP candidates. If you like that run right there, get on there and vote for that young man.
Yes,
that was a fantastic run. Power football at its best.
That is a game MVP-worthy run from Makai Stuber, along with Jordan Legg, his quarterback, Devin Newman, the quarterback for Tucson, and Daniel Cordova, wide receiver for Tucson. Those are the 4 young men on display tonight for the Pit Boss Grills Game MVP. So everybody get on Epic Sports AZ and vote for any one of those 4 young men.
Absolutely fantastic run right there by Stuber. 1st and goal here for the Mustangs from the 6. Jordan Legg, play fake. He's going to look to throw. Fires over the middle. It's intercepted. Number 21 for Tucson picks it off at the goal line, crossing the 20, and finally ridden down by the quarterback himself, Jordan Legg, but not until the Tucson Badgers get the eye
Which is exactly what they wanted. Jordan Legg was looking for number 18, Chance Chappell, right over the middle. As we look at the replay right here, Legg takes the snap. He steps back there, tries to hit him over the middle. Oh, you've got at least 3 guys there over the middle. That was an ill-advised pass. But number 21 was Johnny on the spot. He was right there, made the perfect read, and he jumped that route, and he got that interception. And that gets Tucson right back in the hunt, James.
So now they go the other way with it. First down and 10 now for the Badgers. They hand it off, going right between the tackles with it. That has got to be none other than number 14, the Prince.
Prince Magisha.
Prince Magisha with a nice 2-yard gain on the play right there for the Badgers. 2nd and 8 now upcoming here for Tucson. 7:18 remaining here in our fourth.
Yeah, there's plenty of time, but Tucson's got to be able to push this down here and get a score as we come under 7 minutes.
2 by 2 on the outside now for Devin Newman. Devin Newman fires far side. It's complete at the 30-yard line. Turning upfield and picking up positive yardage is number 1 for the Badgers. That'll bring up a 3rd and we'll call it 2. 3rd down and 2 here. 7 minutes remaining here in our fourth quarter. So glad you joined us here on the Epic Sports Network. You got about another minute or so left to get on there and vote for the Pit Boss Grill's game MVP. Tucson hands it off to number 10. Actually, it's Devin Newman. He calls his own number, and he picks up enough yards to move the chains for the Tucson Badgers. What a nice play right there from the quarterback.
Dobson saying they got the turnover right there. Number 48 actually came up with the ball. Number 48, that would be Holden Walker.
Holden Walker thought he came up with it, but they ruled it down at the 34-yard line. So Tucson picks up another first down. They're marching down the field here with 6:45 remaining in our fourth.
And it's amazing what can happen in that sea of humanity, James. Those balls, they change the course of hands so many times. When you get that many young men, that many athletes on top of a football, it changes the course of direction so many times. Who knows who comes out with that ball in the end, really?
A great job right there. Get on there and vote for tonight's Pit Boss game MVP. You've got just a couple minutes left. Leading the way right now with 50% of the vote, it's Mekhi Stuber. In second place, Jordan Legg. And in third place with 17% of the vote is Daniel Cordova. 3 minutes left, folks. Get in there and vote. We'll be joined by the winner of tonight's Pit Boss Grill's game MVP up here in the booth tonight after the game. Right now, we're going to be talking with Mekhi Stuber. 2nd and 5 now for Tucson. Newman's going to tuck it and run. He's up against the defender. That defender, number 7, lowering his headgear was Blake Cameron, but a nice job of evading the defender there by Devin Newman. This guy is very elusive, Ed.
He is. Just one of those design runs. He takes the snap, steps back for a second, a step or two, and then he just jets right up the middle, calls his own number. And usually when he calls his own number, it works out in a positive manner for Tucson.
And it did that time. They got a first down now at their own 44-yard line. 6:15 remaining here, an 11-point ball game. Tucson's got to hurry up and get down the field and score the touchdown. Number 35 gets the call that time. Stopped on the play there by number 55 for Dobson. That is Corey Wilson. He's made a couple nice plays here tonight for the Mustangs. Under 6 to play here in the fourth. One more look at that Pit Boss Grill's game MVP vote. 2 minutes left to vote, folks. Get on there and vote for your favorite. 2 representatives from Dobson and 2 from Tucson. 2nd and 7 now here for Devin Newman. 2 by 2 on the outside. They send a man in motion across the formation. He looks to throw out of the shotgun. He fires to the far side, elevating and nearly hauling it in. Mekhi Stuber, they say it was incomplete. Ed, if you go look at that replay here on your stream there, and unfortunately, folks, we're not able to have replay working for you here in the booth tonight. We hope to have that working next week for the finale at Northwest Christian. But take a look at that. That might have been picked off there at the end by Mekhi Stuber. Unbelievable job.
Yes, so Newman steps back. He just launches the ball. There's triple coverage back there. That was actually number 7. Blake Cameron jumped in front of
You
that.
even looked away too, Ed, before Mekhi Stuber picked that football off the top of the turf. That was so close. I got to watch that later on tonight. Unbelievable job right there, young man. We might be talking with number 5, Mekhi Stuber, at the end of the ball game here tonight. Let's take one more look at that Pit Boss Grills game MVP vote. 2 minutes left to go. Get on there and vote. Leading the way still with 50% of the vote is number 5, Mekhi Stuber. Third down possession play now here for the Tucson Badgers. 3-by-1 on the outside for quarterback Devin Newman. Shotgun snap. He rolls out to his left. Pressure comes. He's flushed out. He's going to tuck it and turn out of bounds at the 50-yard line, picking up a 3-yard gain on the play. So it'll be 4th and 4 now for the Badgers.
If you're the Mustangs defense, you'll give Devin Newman 3 yards all day. As long as he doesn't sit back there and launch the ball like he did just the previous play, the Mustangs will allow that all day, James.
Oh, yes.
3 yards tote. You got 5:22 left. You're up by 14. You're up by 11 points. You're where you are and where you want to be defensively.
3 yards and a cloud of dust is all you can hope for from your running backs, right? Oh, my goodness. Looks like we're going to have to make a little bit of additional room up here in the press box tonight, Ed.
Uh-oh.
We've got co-MVPs tonight here in the Pit Boss Grills game MVPs. Joey, you're going to have to go down there and get 2 guys. We got co-MVPs tonight. Congratulations to the Pit Boss Grills co-MVPs, Jordan Legg and Mekhi Stuber, both garnering 43% of the vote. You guys are tonight's Pit Boss Grills game MVPs, and we look forward to seeing you up here in the booth after the conclusion of tonight's ball game.
You go get both of them. That's how it works. Joey's like, how does that work? You go get Jordan Legg and Mekhi Stuber.
and we scoot over here. We try to get this camera back. We might have to have these guys sit on the table here with us, Ed. I don't know how we're going to get them all in the shot.
And Mr. Riemann Schneider, you will be able to see your nephew up here on YouTube.
Yes, exactly right. Fourth down now, and the Tucson Badgers will punt it away back deep to receive for Dobson. Number 4, James Duvall. 5:22 remaining here in our fourth quarter. Dobson now going to get possession of the football, and they're going to run the rock and pound the clock. Peter says number 4, James Duvall. Get away from that football. So Dobson now will take over at their own 16-yard line. 5:10 remaining here in our fourth quarter. We'll step aside, take a short break, and come right back here for more Epic TNF right here on the Epic Sports Network on YouTube. Stay with us.
Attention business owners.
Want to expand your reach and boost your bottom line? Then partner with the Epic Sports Network. Want to connect with thousands of parents, coaches, and fans who enjoy high school athletics every day? Then partner with the Epic Sports Network. Email us at partners@epicsports.network and let's get going.
It's gonna be epic.
We welcome you back to Dobson High School. Our score, 25-14, the Mustangs over the Badgers. 4 minutes and 32 seconds remaining here in our fourth quarter. Jordan Legg back to pass now, looking to throw. He rolls out to his right, fires, and Palmer with the reception there at the 24-yard line, and that guy is really paying dividends tonight here for Coach Gotzel and the Mustangs.
He really is. He is standing out strong, tall amongst all the athletes, all the offensive athletes that the Mustangs have. He's just got that look in the way he plays football. It's like he's bred for this.
Yes, you can tell. He really
yes.
loves the game, and he is dialed in here. I've had the pleasure of seeing Jordan Legg play football for a couple of years here for Dobson High School, and he has grown up before our very eyes. A really good football player here in the East Valley, who also is a great kicker.
Absolutely.
2-by-2 on the outside now for Legg. He gives it. And plunging ahead with a nice head of steam there is number 10, Jay Sean Kinney. He picks up another first down here for the Mustangs. They continue to just run the rock and run the clock.
That's the strength of a good running game, right? You can bring in Jay Sean Kinney or Mekhi Stuber or number 1 Alan Wallace. You can bring any one of those 3 young men or anybody else off the bench, and they can run behind this offensive line, and they can make things happen. If Jordan Legg hands the ball off to them, they know they need to make things happen, and they have tonight.
Once again, stay with us. During our postgame here this evening, we'll have Jordan Legg and Mekhi Stuber come up and join us one at a time here due to space constraints here inside the booth, but we're going to both get them on and have a great time chatting with those young men about their performance here this evening. 25-14 our score. 3 minutes and counting here in our fourth quarter. Don't forget, next week we'll be on the road one more time out at Northwest Christian High School for the Greenway Demons and the Northwest Christian Crusaders. That should be a fun one, Ed.
You better believe it, buddy.
Second and long now for Dobson. Legg is in the shotgun. A high snap. It goes over his head. He's able to corral it at the 15 and throws it smartly out of bounds, almost onto the track on the far side of the field there. A penalty flag flies as that is more than likely going to be an intentional grounding.
Yeah, they'll get him for that. But I'll take an intentional grounding over a turnover.
Absolutely right, especially in a tight ball game here because we do have only 2.5 minutes remaining, but if something was to happen and Tucson was able to get a touchdown out of that right there, Ed, we would have a one-score game.
Yeah, it would be most likely 25-21 with about 2.5 minutes left to go. That's something that the Mustangs do not want to have happen. Any turnovers this late in the game, that's a no-no.
So now Dobson pinned back deep in their own territory at their own 5-yard line here, Ed. So check this out. Right here we have a 3rd and 39. Is that correct? Oh, third and 39.
Third
That's
39,
correct.
yes. Mm-hmm.
That quick math didn't fail me that time, thank goodness. 2-by-2 on the outside now for Legg. Mekhi Stuber, the lone setback. And we have movement early. Offsides is the early indication from our line judge.
It's against Tucson. Encroachment
On the defense.
Well, it'll be, 3rd and 34 now?
So now it'll be, 3rd and 34. As we resume play here with 2 minutes and 28 seconds remaining here in our fourth quarter. A beautiful night out here in the East Valley. We are near the corner of Dobson and Guadalupe. Here they come near side with it. Mekhi Stuber runs his way out of bounds. And number 5, Daniel Cordova on the stop over there for the Tucson Badgers. He garnered the 3rd place vote here tonight in our Pit Boss Grills game MVP. That guy is some kind of football player, Daniel Cordova, number 5 for Tucson.
Oh, yes, sir, he is. So we're not quite done yet, James. We got 2:21 left to go. The Badgers still have life.
They do have life. Back deep to receive the punt from Dobson now is number 5, the aforementioned Daniel Cordova. So we'll see if Tucson can make something happen here in this last 2 minutes and 21 seconds.
Cordova's back at his 47, 48, backing up to about midfield.
An end-over-end kick. It lands and takes a very nice Dobson Mustangs bounce across midfield and finally settles down at the 46-yard line. There for the settle was number 16, Ray Soberanis, the 5'11" junior defensive back for Coach Dobson, or Coach Gotzel and the Dobson Mustangs.
And smartly, they decide not to kick it to Cordova.
Yeah, you don't want to kick to Cordova because that guy has got some wheels.
Yes, sir. Because he is prone to run one back right now, and that's what Dobson does not want to have happen with 2:09 left.
2:09 remaining here in the fourth. We'll step aside, take a quick timeout, and come right back here for the final moments of our fourth quarter right here on the Epic Sports Network. Stay with us.
Homegate with Pit Boss. Or don't homegate with Pit Boss. Go long. Long cooks, that is. Or just, don't fumble the barbecue. home gate with Pit Boss. pitboss-grills.com.
Welcome back to Dobson High School here in Mesa. Unsportsmanlike conduct during our commercial timeout, and that'll be assessed to the Dobson Mustangs. They lead this one here over the Tucson Badgers 25-14. 2 minutes remaining here in our fourth quarter. James Poovey coming to you live alongside my broadcast partner this evening, Mr. Ed Cole.
Now's not the time for the Mustangs to lose their cool, James. Not with an 11-point lead, and you're trying to finish this thing off. You're trying to get these last 2 minutes done and get your first victory inside your section. You cannot lose your cool. You cannot just lose your composure right now. You're up 11. You're trying to wrap this thing up, wrap it up strong instead of going backwards with these penalties.
Yeah, you got to finish the ball game if you're the Dobson Mustangs right here and get out with a victory. So now after we sort out the penalties on the field, it'll be first down and 10 for the Tucson Badgers now. Now they move their way on penalties into Dobson territory. Ball spotted at the 39-yard line. First down and 10 Tucson. 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth. The pitch and the reverse now. Prince goes the other way with it. Actually, that's number 4. Sorry for Tucson. The ball squirts loose. It's stripped out by the Dobson defense. And I believe that was number 10 now on the recovery. We'll confirm that here momentarily for Dobson. And now that should just about do it here, Ed, after that turnover there from Tucson.
Yeah, so number 4 gets the run, gets to the edge. He continues to run. Yeah, number 10 strips it out. Then number 43 recovers it. Number 43, Michael Delegati. So great defense there. Number 10, Jay-Sean Kinney gets that strip.
We're going to end up having the whole Dobson team up here for the post game if these guys keep playing like this.
James, they won't fit up here.
Unbelievable team defense right there
James,
for Dobson.
James, they would not fit up here.
Yeah, no kidding, right? No kidding.
Wow, what a great defensive effort right there as Tucson was driving for what could have been a potential score or at least a play to continue to get them to a score. But great strip by Jashawn Kenny and number 43, Michael Delegati getting that recovery. Great team defense, as you mentioned.
And Delegati has been a dude here all night long. How about that little close-up right there? You get a great look at Jordan Legg and Makai Stuber. Stay with us here in the postgame. We'll be visiting with both those young gentlemen right after tonight's contest. We'll wrap up the game, and then we'll take a few commercial breaks, and we'll get those gentlemen up here in the press box and talk with them very briefly and let them get on to wherever the post-game spot might be here tonight on a school night. So it's probably going to be a little bit limited, I would say.
I would think so. With school in the morning, yeah.
Yeah.
Your celebration options are limited.
It's probably right home, a couple Advil, and right to bed. That would be my move after a Thursday night football game.
You got that right.
Makai Stuber runs to green grass, 30, 40. He crosses midfield at the 45. Tucson's defense somehow able to catch him at the 30 and wrangle him to the turf at the 25-yard line. Nice play there by number 1 for Tucson, running down big number 5, Makai Stuber.
With under 90 seconds left, you're up 11, and you hand it off to number 5, knowing that he can make this kind of thing happen, and he actually does, breaks that tackle off and gets them down to the 25-yard line, well inside the Badgers' territory. Great run by Makai Stuber.
You talk about padding your stats, Ed Cole. That is a 45-plus yard run right there that he's ripping off with a minute and a half to go here in the fourth. Once again, the franchise, or that's actually number 10 that time, Jay-Sean Kinney on the tote there, the junior for Dobson. 1:13 and counting here in the fourth. I think Dobson will run one more play, and that'll be all she wrote here from East Mesa.
And they will be relieved to break this 3-game losing streak, James.
They will indeed. And Dobson will go on, if they go on to win this one, will win their first 6A East Valley Region game of the season. Kenny once again gets the tote there. .45 seconds and counting. One more snap of the football, and that will do it.
And, James, it's been a rough 3 weeks for Dobson as far as that 3-game losing streak we just mentioned. They were outscored 129-7 during that losing streak, so scoring has been very hard for them to do over the last 3 weeks to a month, but tonight they broke out with 25 points against a very game Tucson Badgers team that came up an hour and a half up I-10 for this football game, and the Mustangs are going to go ahead and get this victory and get their first 6A East Valley victory, James.
And 10 seconds remain on the clock. Those will tick off now, and the Dobson Mustangs will improve to 3-5 on the season. They'll go 1-3 in the 6A East Valley, and Tucson will fall to 1-8 overall, 0-4 in section play, losing 4 consecutive games. Make that 5 consecutive games after the loss here tonight. Congratulations to Coach Gotzel and the Dobson Mustangs. And I'd like to say congratulations as well to Coach Richard Sanchez for traveling up here on a Thursday night. We appreciate you guys making the effort, coming here tonight for the football game. And it was a pretty good game, Ed. Obviously, Dobson got the win by 11 points here by the final score of 25-14. But all in all, a good contest here tonight in Mesa.
It really was. Tucson was game. Their defense played really well. Devin Newman was outstanding at the quarterback position. Prince Mugisha was so strong at the running back position, number 4. Daniel Cordova was all over the place offensively, defensively, and on special teams, along with the rest of his brothers that played today. They came, as you mentioned, James, they came to play football tonight. Unfortunately for them, it did not end the way that they would have wanted to with their second victory of the season, and which would have been their first victory inside the 6A East Valley. But Tucson they'll hang their heads a little bit as they get on the buses to head back down. They wish they would have won the football game, but they'll get back and they'll watch film and see a lot of positive things they did tonight.
Absolutely right. A lot of these guys will watch this football game on the Epic Sports Network tonight, Ed, on the way home down to Tucson tonight. So hopefully they'll be able to figure out the dual link thing there, but I'm sure they'll figure it out. Those guys are pretty whiz kids.
Yeah, they're young. They'll figure
on
it
their
out.
cell phones, right? We look forward to speaking with our co-MVPs tonight of the Pit Boss Grills Game MVP, voted by you, the fans. Makai Stuber will join us, and also quarterback Jordan Legg of the Dobson Mustangs will come up here and join us here in just a little bit. Our camera operator, Mr. Joey Mascaro, down there to get those guys up here in the booth with us. So we'll have them sit down here with us like we did with Chile earlier, Ed, and get those on the post game. But that'll be a few minutes from now as you see the Dobson Mustangs down there in their post game huddle, and they're chatting it up and celebrating that hard-fought victory here tonight over the Tucson Badgers.
And that's what it was. It was definitely a hard-fought victory. Always those section games, especially toward the end of the season, those are always tough victories, and it's really hard to get victories, especially against Tucson. These are 2 hungry football teams tonight that came into this game. Ladies and gentlemen, Tucson had lost 4 in a row coming into this game. They had not won a game in the East Valley section, so they were desperate to get a victory tonight to get their first one. Dobson, of course, was 0-3, as we mentioned, numerous times during the game. They got their first victory. They had lost 3 straight. They were outscored 129-7 during their 3-game losing streak, so they were definitely ready for a victory, James. They were ready to get that 3-game losing streak over and get that nasty taste out of their mouth with those 3 losses straight. But now that's all over.
Yeah, and it was an impressive victory here tonight for Dobson as well. They got it done all over the football field. Plays made on special teams, offense, defense, and the playmakers just all over the field tonight for Dobson.
Yes, and when you have a section game, you're going to have all 3 phases working in harmony, the phases that you mentioned, because if one or 2 of those phases are off, this game could have flipped and felt an entirely different way. It could have went a whole different way as far as the outcome was concerned. But as you mentioned, Dobson got so many contributions from all 3 phases, from all the players on offense, defense, and special teams, and that's what you need to get a section win against a team like Tucson that was hungry and desperate for a victory, because they were going to do whatever it takes to get a victory, and Dobson overcame all of that, overcame whatever adversity that may have came during the game with blown opportunities or turnovers or whatever have you. There's always things that are going to go wrong, James, in a football game, but it's how you respond to that adversity, and that's what Dobson did, and they came back and they got the 11-point win.
Kind of like us here in the broadcast booth tonight, Ed, right? We had some technical difficulties there in the, I believe that was the second quarter, or was that the third quarter?
Yeah.
But we were able to get that shored up, hopefully quickly enough to get everybody not tuned out of the game, but it was a great one here tonight. We had a fantastic time bringing it to you. We got one more coming your way next week. We'll be out at Northwest Christian for Greenway at Northwest Christian. Coach Dave Ennis always has those guys playing football well over there for the Crusaders, and I'm excited to see the Greenway Demons play. I have yet to see them play football.
Me neither. I haven't seen Greenway or Northwest Christian, so that'll be a great game for us to go out there and broadcast. I'm excited about being there a week from tonight.
And I'm really excited about the fact that it's about half a mile from the house. But that's another story.
That's another side story.
It's good stuff right here. Stay with us here, folks. We're not done yet with our postgame. We're going to go for a little bit longer. We're going to have Mackay Stuber and Jordan Legg come up here and join us in the booth for more postgame here on the Epic Sports Network. Stay with us. Once again, Dobson gets the win at home tonight over Tucson by the final score of 25-14. We will step aside, take a few commercial breaks, but don't go anywhere. Again, we're going to have Jordan Legg and Mackay Stuber with us here in just a little bit. Stay with us here on the Epic Sports Network. Dobson over Tucson, 25-14. We'll be right back with you.
What up, Pit Boss Nation? I am Patrick Peterson. I am a father of 2. I am married, play professional football, very fun, outgoing guy. My daughter loved for me to cook ribs and steak. Me, honestly, I like the vertical because I'm able to put more things in there. I can get some ribs in there, I can get a pork butt in there, I can get some chicken in there. You know, I love everything about my vertical, man. How you can just adjust the temperature at ease, how the pellet is easy. Just a very, very cool grill.
Taylor's Pools. You can trust Taylor to take great care of your pool and ensure your complete satisfaction. From weekly cleanings to one-time cleanings, from pool draining to pool refilling, he does it all. Green to clear transformations, repairs, and new equipment installations. Trust your pool to Taylor's Pools. Call 623-200-2788. That's 623-200-2788. Taylor's Pools, a proud partner of Thursday Night Football.
Attention business owners.
Want to expand your reach and boost your bottom line? Then partner with the Epic Sports Network. Want to connect with thousands of parents, coaches, and fans who enjoy high school athletics every day? Then partner with the Epic Sports Network. Email us at partners@epicsports.network and let's get going.
It's gonna be epic.
Home Gate with Pit Boss. Or don't home gate with Pit Boss. Go long. Long cooks, that is. Or just, you know, don't fumble the barbecue. Home Gate with Pit Boss. pitboss-grills.com.
I'm Eric Almirola, and I drive in the NASCAR Cup Series. I like to think of myself as a fun-loving guy. I have a wife and 2 beautiful children. I've really enjoyed the partnership that I've had with Pit Boss, and that it's, you know, it's still very new and very fresh, but it just feels so authentic. It feels so real, so just easy and down to earth, and I just really enjoy that.
I'm Marty Smith, and I'm a host and reporter for ESPN. When this opportunity came my way to become a member of Pit Boss Nation, I just started laughing, honestly. I started laughing because I was like, first of all, it fits right in my wheelhouse, but second, it's another way to build community. So I'm ready to crank that thing up.
My name is Willie Robertson. I run Duck Commander and Buck Commander. I also have been on TV with several shows. Probably the biggest was Duck Dynasty. Here's the deal. I used to sit there all day and have to watch what was going on with the smoker. But with the Pit Boss smoker, it does all the heavy lifting, and then that leaves me more time to go hang out with the family. I'm fortunate because most of my family lives right here close. In fact, sometimes when that Pit Boss gets going, it'll actually attract some of the family over because they smell it.
We love our house. Been here for years.
Yeah, but there's an animal in the attic. At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
We save a lot.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
If you liked this video, please share it. And for more great Geico videos, hit the subscribe button. He's been practicing a lot lately.
What up, Pit Boss Nation? I am Patrick Peterson. I am a father of 2. I am married, play professional football, very fun, outgoing guy. My daughter loved for me to cook ribs and steak. Me, honestly, I like the vertical because I'm able to put more things in there. I can get some ribs in there, I can get a pork butt in there, I can get some chicken in there. You know, I love everything about my vertical, man. How you can just adjust the temperature at ease, how the pellet is easy. Just a very, very cool grill.
Welcome back to Dobson High School here in Mesa. Our final score, the Dobson Mustangs get the win over the Tucson Badgers by the score of 25-14. We're pleased to be joined by quarterback number 2, who is also a kicker for the Mustangs.
Yes, sir.
Jordan Legg. How are you, man?
I'm doing great.
You guys had a lot of fun out there playing football, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. Always fun, always fun.
How was it?
It was exciting. It was really fun. We got a lot of good connections, and it just – plays opened up, and we executed really well.
Now, Tucson got off the bus, and they played ready to play football.
Oh,
Would
yeah.
you agree?
Yes, sir. They played football, and we played it right back.
Yeah, Jordan, it is amazing what these late-season section games do, especially your team is desperate for a win. You came in, lost 3 straight. You hadn't won a section game. They hadn't won a section game. They lost 4 straight. So both of you guys were hungry for this victory, and we saw it on the football field tonight.
Yes, sir.
You guys wanted it, and they wanted it.
Yes,
but
sir.
fortunately for you, you guys got the victory.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I had one of the best practices probably the best practice weeks I've ever had, and I was just really locked in. I think the whole team was locked in too, and we're all just connecting well, and it just showed out on the field out there.
For you, what was different in the practice week that got you prepared for this game compared to any other week?
I just focused up. Everyone's energy was high. I mean, when all our energies are high, we just have a great practice all together, and we just all fly around, hit people, pass the ball, catch the ball, everything.
Talk about what it's like to play football here under Coach Godsell. You had Damian Duarte here previously. He was a really good quarterback for Dodson. Now you've kind of taken the mantle from him.
Yes,
what have you learned from him previously, and then what has Coach Godsell meant to you as a coach here at Dobson High School?
Coach Godsell is one of probably the best coaches I've had. And he's a really good guy, and he knows how to coach football, and he does a great job at it. And Damian, he basically taught me most of the stuff I know. I also worked with Coach Bellis. He helped me with a lot of stuff I know, but Damian just helped me on my throwing technique and everything, and it just helped a lot.
And Jordan, it also helps that you've got Alan Wallace. You've got this guy, Mekhi Stuber, to our left. You got Andre Palmer. That guy has got the softest hands. The throws that you made to him and the catches he made were spectacular. Talk about Andre and what he was able to do.
Andre's insane. He's probably one of the best receivers I've ever had to throw to, and I'm just so blessed to have him. I mean, he catches everything. I mean, we went 12 for 12 on our game 4. And I didn't know what we did tonight, but he can catch anything where I put it.
Now, how about that guy over there, number 5, Mekhi Stuber? What does it feel like to hand off to him? This guy's got some Sunday thighs, and he will run dudes over.
Oh yeah, it's exciting. When I see him break through a hole, I get the jitters. I'm like, oh, go, go, go! And it's really exciting seeing him run. It's the best thing.
And Jordan, having Allen and then Mekhi and Jay Sean Kinney, that 3-headed monster at the running back position, what does that do for you as a quarterback, knowing you've got those guys that can break off at any moment?
Yeah, it's amazing knowing I got a really good senior running back, a really good junior running back, and a really good sophomore running back. I know they're all going to back me up, and it takes a lot of stress off of me knowing that they can go out and get blocks, they can go out and catch the ball, and they can go out and run the ball. And it's just really nice to have all 3 of those men on the team.
Now, Jordan, you're a junior. We get the pleasure of watching you for one more season. What are you looking forward to the most in the coming off season, and then what are you wanting to really accomplish in that senior year?
I'm really excited. I want to get out and go do good in sevens in the spring, and I'm hoping to break 1,000 passing yards in the senior year, and that'll be really exciting, and just get a lot of work in with all my new receivers and all my running backs like Deshaun and Allen.
That's so awesome. How great is that,
stuff.
James?
Great stuff right here.
The man
quarterback number 2, Jordan Legg, who also kicks. Tell me a little bit about that. What got you into kicking, and where did that come from?
So I originally played soccer, and so this is my 3rd year ever playing football at the tackle level. And so I came in to be a kicker, and then I ended up being the freshman quarterback, and it turned into the sophomore starting varsity quarterback, and here I am. And just I love kicking, and I love playing quarterback, and so I love both of them. And
James, the stories that we learned in high school football, these young men, what they're able to do, kicking and quarterback positions. You know what? I want you to give love to your family. I'm sure they're watching on YouTube, but give some love to your family. Your uncle has tuned in, and he was like, Jordan's my nephew. Give him some support. Like when things weren't going well for you tonight, he was like, slow down, Jordan. Just settle down, because he's like, get your breath underneath you, because I know things are going wrong. But he was giving you some pep talks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I love you, Uncle Jeff. Thank you for that. Yeah, I appreciate that a lot.
That's great. Quarterback Jordan Legg here of the Dobson Mustangs. We'll step aside and take a short timeout. We'll come back and meet with his bell cow, number 5, Mekhi Stuber, when we come back here on the Epic Sports Network.
Thank you for having me,
guys. Thank you for your time, my man.
Appreciate
you, buddy.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. sir.
We'll be right back.
What up, Pit Boss Nation? I am Patrick Peterson. I am a father of 2. I am married, play professional football, very fun, outgoing guy. My daughter loved for me to cook ribs and steak. Me, honestly, I like the vertical because I'm able to put more things in there. I can get some ribs in there, I can get a pork butt in there, I can get some chicken in there. You know, I love everything about my vertical, man. How you can just adjust the temperature at ease, how the pellet is easy. Just a very, very cool grill.
My name is Archie Bradley, current Major League pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. If I had to give a list of who the best was out of Archie the pitcher, Archie the griller, Archie the hunter, I'm unfortunately going to have to fall back on my baseball skills. Being a professional athlete, the food that I put into my body is very, very important. When I was younger, I may not have paid as much attention to it, but as I've been fortunate enough to keep playing year in and year out, I've put a lot more time and effort into making sure my diet and the food I put into my body is exactly what I need.
Attention business owners.
Want to expand your reach and boost your bottom line? Then partner with the Epic Sports Network. Want to connect with thousands of parents, coaches, and fans who enjoy high school athletics every day? Then partner with the Epic Sports Network. Email us at partners@epicsports.network and let's get going.
It's gonna be epic.
To Dobson High School. Welcome back to Dobson High School here in Mesa, Arizona. We are visiting with number 5, Makai Stuber of the Dobson Mustangs. I was just reminding him that I thought you picked that ball off over there about the 10-yard line. Tell us about that play there at the end of the fourth quarter.
Honestly, I was just looking to hold on to the ball, secure the ball, don't let anyone try to strip it from me. And then Grayson and Daz AF, they opened up a big hole, and I took advantage of it, and I just started chugging my legs and running. I was going.
I'm going to go back home and watch that play later tonight. I think you might have just barely got that ball off the turf before it hit, but regardless of that, you had a fantastic performance tonight. Talk about your performance and the performance of your offensive line, because those guys were opening holes like I haven't seen in quite some time.
Before I even get to my performance, my offensive line, man, those holes were a truck could drive through them. I was excited every time I got the ball. I was ready to run, and I'm just so glad those guys opened up big holes for me tonight. And my game, I mean, I had to say a little bit for the first quarter, and as soon as I got in, I took advantage of it, and I was just ready to run. I was ready, and I played very good defense. I feel like I had a few tackles and a strip fumble.
How do you like doing that dual role, Makai, playing offense and defense?
Oh man, I love it. At first, they were gonna have me at DN this year. And then we had got a few wrestlers that come out. Holden Walker, he came out, and he's a beast, man.
Oh, he balled out tonight too.
He's a beast, and then they just like, you want to move to linebacker? And I was like, yes, I want to, and I took the role over, and I was excited to go hit some people.
You know, there's a lot of people that play two ways in 6A football. How special is that, Makai?
It's very special. I mean, I'm glad that the coaches trust me, and I'm super glad.
And did you hear that he said he loves to hit people?
Well, that you can tell that's exactly what you want out of your running back. A guy that's not afraid to lower the headgear and plow some dudes over, right?
Sir.
If you can get a team full of guys like Makai that loves to hit people, you can have a lot of success.
Yes, sir.
So what do you attribute your success here at Dobson High School to? Obviously, you have great coaching. You work hard in the offseason. Do you have a certain routine that you stick to? Is there do you have any kind of pregame thing that you like to do to get you hyped up? Is there a certain thing that's coming through the headphones before the game or before they let you out on the field?
Honestly, it's not even the music. I just think about my family and what I want to do for them, especially my dad. And actually, alumni here I used to train with last summer, Toby Wright.
Oh,
I used to train with him.
TC Wright.
Yes, sir. I used to train with him a lot, and my dad. And over this summer, I just took advantage of everything. I was like, I want to be the best running back in 6A football in Arizona. And I hit the gym every day. I did the workouts I needed to do. I came to the practices, and it was great.
Well, the Wright brothers have definitely left a legacy here at Dobson High School. Toby and TC Wright,
sir.
They go way back. I believe it's into the 80s.
Yes.
With high school football here. So those are really some good dudes to learn from.
Every time I walk past in the gym, I always see their two jerseys hanging up. I just look, and one day I want to be up there. I want to be up there one day.
A couple more performances like that, your jersey will be up there.
Thank you.
But Makai, talk about the relationship that you and Jordan have. You and your quarterback, that's a special bond that a quarterback and a running back has. Just talk about that.
Me and Jordan, our bond, it grew a lot during sevens. for passing. I feel like last year my hands weren't that well, and then this year I kept working, and then he trusted me the more, and then we just started connecting, and me and his relationship just grew even more and more through sevens, and then as we got to spring ball and summer ball, it just kept growing. It really just kept growing.
Well, congratulations to you both on winning the Pit Boss Grill's co-MVP here tonight. That was fan voted by people on Twitter, so congratulations. We look forward to watching you play again, and thank you so much for coming on with us, Makai. You're an exciting player to watch.
Thank you for having me.
We appreciate you, buddy.
Yes, sir.
That'll do it here tonight from Dobson High School. Once again, the Mustangs getting the final win, 25-14 over the Tucson Badgers. For my broadcast partner, Ed Cole, for Makai Stuber, for Jordan Legg right over here off to the side, I'm James Poovey. Everyone have a great night. We appreciate you tuning in here on Epic Sports Network. That's Joey Mosquero, our camera operator. We will see you next Thursday night over at Northwest Christian for the Greenway Demons and the Northwest Christian Crusaders. Good night from East Mesa.
Good night.